Wait, what? What did I do? Uh-oh. Wait, whoa, Daisy. Daisy. When did H3 mention me in a stream? You just made my adrenaline spike. H3H3, breaking news, H3H3 mentions me. Oh boy. 4 days ago on Did DogPack Lie About Mr. Beast? Checking in on Ace Family. Okay, so number 87 at 3:38:53. Okay, thank you, okay. Here we go.
We will lie if we have to. I mean,
of course.
Okay, so from what I can tell, they're reacting to the Soggy Cereals video, I believe. Okay, they're reacting to the Soggy Cereals video. I'm assuming basically shitting on DogPack. Okay, that's seems like the context here.
just try to be honest, I guess.
What is selfless hero? You know, it's selfless.
Honestly, I didn't even consider reaching out to this guy because I was like,
DogPack?
I'll be honest. I'm glad I could say this. From the beginning, I was like, this guy's, I hated him.
You know who he reminded me of from the jump? and this video has really confirmed it for me. He reminded me of Gokanaru. Big time.
Who's that? What? DogPack reminds him of Gokanaru. You know what's ironic? I don't like that he's saying that now, but he's claiming that he thought that from the jump. Here's the irony, okay, Mr. Dan. I thought similarly in a couple ways, okay? I thought at the very least I related to DogPack. I initially tried to reach out to him, and in a lot of ways I kind of gave him a bit of credit, or at the very least I tried to basically see things through his frame, okay? I say I gave him credit, but in reality I actually gave him a warning, if anything. I was like, bro, be careful, because I saw there was a lot of ways and a lot of things I disagreed with how he was operating. But I did feel a certain camaraderie, I guess, in the sense of coming out of nowhere, attacking one of the biggest, most respected YouTubers, and getting a ton of attention for it. Except with DogPack, it was actually like 10 times the scale that it was for me toward your boss, Dan. Or I guess, what is it? You're a producer. Okay, so your host, Ethan, right? So, yeah, I understand how you could see, you know, similarities or kind of a similar vibe, right? Because it is kind of a David versus Goliath vibe. However, I would like to think, at the very least, that while I tried to be a little, I embraced the spectacle of it, for sure. I also tried to have a harder separation between what is spectacle and what is, like, actually the, you know, opinion or criticism. Whereas with DogPack, it seemed like he conflated the spectacle way too much with the, you know, the criticism. Like, he sincerely seemed to believe that Mr. Beast was evil, okay? And he, in a lot of ways, clearly, through that bias, allowed himself to fall into a whole lot of traps. And in the case of, yeah, and some of what Soggy Cereal was pointing out, potentially just literally completely fabricate or act in bad faith, okay? Which, by the way, for those who don't know, I actually did start a fucking fashion brand, a clothing line, based on the tag bad faith because of H3H3, okay? In my last kind of video to H3H3, after the big drama, after he responded to my, you know, death of H3H3 video, he constantly basically said that I was acting in bad faith, and I was like, fuck, that would be a cool name for a clothing line. And so, here we are, about fucking 4.5 years later, we actually do have the bad faith Gokanaru merch line, okay? And the big one I want to highlight right now is this new Sands of Time hoodie variant, okay? So we have the Sands of Time hoodie, the sky blue is beautiful, the black is very popular, our most popular item, but we now have the black with the purple accents, okay? So you can cop that at gokamerch.com, and guess what? We're not just selling clothes. We got cute little Gerber, little NPCs, custom, poorly programmed NPCs that we'll be selling exclusively at gokamerch.com, okay? All you gotta do is sign up for that little email list. But yeah, all that to say, just off the jump, based on this reaction, okay? I understand where Dan's head is at, although, you know, I would like to think I was a little bit more self-aware, or at the very least, I never said that H3H3 was evil, okay? And I didn't believe that, all right? And I feel like that was obvious in my responses and replies and all this stuff, so, yeah.
From the jump, and this video has really confirmed it for me. He reminded me of Gokanaru.
So this video confirmed it for me. So, bruh, why does this video confirm it for you, bro? Anyway, all right. You never hired me. I'm not a disenfranchised fucking employee.
Big time.
Big time.
Yeah, the energy.
The energy and just the vibe of the video and like the.
It was
just
like he hadn't.
very obvious like giant stretches to like make the point that he's trying to make and everything.
Yeah. I mean, is this gonna back? Gokanaru built his whole career on that.
Well, in this,
I'm not even mad at Gokanaru. Good on you, bro. He was a trailblazer in the art.
in the art of
YouTube, like
character assassination YouTube.
But this,
You know who else was a trailblazer in the art of character assassination YouTube? Your boy iDubbbz, okay? And, you know, I'm not shy about that inspiration that exists. And number two, look, Mr. H3H3, I built my entire career off of that. What fucking career? What career? No, I'm still a little bit of a plebeian, okay? And so I will not deny, okay? Because I have been very overt about the fact of like, yes, my claim to fame was basically taking down one of the largest, most respected commentators of the time, H3H3, someone who's beloved, okay? And to me, I don't really view that negatively. Honestly, I learned so much from that entire exchange. I literally, again, went from about 200 views per video. Not being a new YouTuber, that's a difference between me and DogPack. A big one is that I was trying to be kind of a successful YouTuber. I was trying to, at the very least, improve my content for years and years and years to no real avail. And unfortunately, the reason or the method by which I finally, you know, gained that prominence, that relevance, whatever, was through a video attacking H3H3, okay? The difference, though, is that I forced myself in a lot of ways to be completely honest with my intentions. Basically, yes, the goal, as obviously stated, the death of H3H3, basically was to, I knew what I was doing, effectively. I knew that this was a very negative video I wanted to make. The question came up earlier in my head while I was making the video. It was like, well, do I make it friendly and like it's just whatever criticism? And I'm like, I realized no, okay, if I don't make this a spectacle, it will not get views. That is the way that this game works. In the case of DogPack, he obviously came to a very similar conclusion. However, in the case of DogPack, it obviously does seem like he, let's put it like this, he had no separation between the spectacle and his own personal belief, if that makes sense. And so yeah, did I create my career off of the back of H3H3? To an extent, yeah, but I think that anyone with eyes would be able to tell that you're not exactly the only one who can be credited with my evolution out here, you know what I mean? The H3 arc was a very valuable arc to me, and no amount of commenting after the fact is going to take that away from me, okay? I mean, those were some of the most fun moments. Not just the original video, because the original video was stressful in a lot of ways, but like the aftermath, there was so much learning that I did, man. And one of those things, obviously, working with Starkilla after the fact, right? Like AB, who eventually, yeah, like as a direct kind of domino effect in this whole, I guess you could say, drama, AB getting hired by Ethan, right? Which I remember, I believe that was one of the only things I think I messaged H3H3 was, I was when he hired AB, I was just like, respect. I f with that dude. That's cool. So yeah, I don't regret making that video. There's nothing you can really say to make me regret it at this point, at least, right? Now that the dust has settled, I guess. So yeah.
Guys, I don't think he's gonna gain anything from this.
But DogPack is at like 700K off these three
That
videos.
video had like 10 million views.
No, but these people are not gonna stick
Yeah.
around.
No.
Hey, okay, so they're basically saying that I got some staying power, bro. They're saying, at the very least, they're saying that DogPack, he ain't got the swag that Gokanaru had, dude.
It's like you
He's
always
gonna
say.
be financially ruined. He's gonna have no fans. This is gonna be hell on.
Actually, that's pretty dark. That's pretty dark. He's reminding me that, oh yeah, I heard that DogPack is getting sued by Mr. Beast potentially, and he might get actually nuked. That's tough.
700K off these three
That
videos.
video had
Yes, DogPack, 15 million views. Second video, 10 million views. Got 700,000 subs. on paper, DogPack could have a huge career after this, whatever. But yeah, I kind of agree with this appraisal. I don't know that he has the staying power. I don't know that he'll regain or maintain respect, even though, you know, I'm still available if DogPack would want to talk. But I'm sure that at this point he is. He claims he's retired, right? So I doubt that he's very interested in pursuing a career on YouTube anyway.
Had like 10
Oh yeah,
millions
but
of views.
no, but these people are not going to stick around.
Yeah, no, it's like you
He's
always
going to
say.
be financially ruined. He's going to have no fans. This is going to be
Yeah.
hell on earth for him.
I mean,
That's tough.
even Gokanaru said many times that he doesn't like being defined by that video that he made on you.
Yeah, I mean, he moved on from it. And maybe
Yeah.
DogPack will move on to be a wonderful content creator.
Honestly, I've seen clips of him. He seems like he's a decent dude. Like I got no problem with
Did DogPack have content on his?
H3's seen some clips of me, dude. He thinks I'm a decent dude. Hell yeah. Starkiller, AB, the boy, comes in with a bit of defense. He's saying Gokanaru doesn't want to be defined by that video. And I agree. I don't want to be defined by the video, I guess, right? And I would say to a large degree, you know, there's a decent amount of people who see me only through the lens of the recent Sneeko video that I made, right? Or the Monkey Jones video. Keep in mind, right, the Sneeko video that I made has the same amount of views that the H3H3 video I made got. You know what I mean? And I do think it's a better video. But yes, I don't want people to define me by the H3 video, but I also am not delusional. Like, I know that that is, in a lot of ways, how people view me, or how my, you know, who I am has been defined by people. But yeah, I am a guy who is not interested in dredging up, like, lingering in the past, really trying to milk a fucking controversy for everything that it's worth. Certainly there are situations where I feel like I want to say my piece, or I want to give my opinion, or at the very least I think it would be of some value. But yes, I am not, like, I had a clear ending point in the H3 drama where I was like, okay, I'm just going to work on my own thing, you know what I mean? And I'm not nervous about being defined by the H3 video, because I know that at the end of the day, all I need to do to, you know, not be defined by it is just to make better videos, right? And that's not nerve-wracking to me. That's just exciting, right? Like, that's the job. That's the evolution, all right? I just got to make better shit, right? And I guess you could say the same about DogPack, but we'll see. We'll see if his will is there, if he's down to try and improve, right? Because there's definitely a lot of avenues that he could improve, much like the same with me, right? There was a lot I knew immediately, as soon as I uploaded the H3 video, literally within days, I got so much feedback in such a short amount of time. I was like, I knew there was so much that I could improve, okay? Again, keep in mind, I had no YouTuber contacts, nobody to, like, bounce ideas off of. Considering all that, I honestly think I was... Looking back, I'm kind of amazed at what I was able to do, but at the same time, I was probably one of the most critical people of my own video. And I was very thankful when Starkiller, I keep calling him Starkiller, but I think that he goes by AB nowadays, pretty much exclusively, I don't know. But AB was basically one of the first people to formally create a video criticizing my H3 video, and he actually added a lot of editing and a lot of effort and a lot of thought, and I really f***ed with that, like, energy that basically he took time out of his life to try and defend Ethan. He was very clearly an authentic fan, right? And yeah, I took a decent amount of his criticism to heart. There's some stuff we disagreed on, as always will be the case, but basically I gained a lot of respect for Starkiller, and I felt like him making that critical video about me, or about the video at the very least, made me a much more aware, competent, and creative person, all right? And it definitely made me much more careful with how I would say I conduct myself in, like, future dramas or stuff like that, right? It was a formative experience, and so I owe that to AB, right? I owe that to Ethan partially, of course, too. But yeah, definitely grateful for AB and that early criticism that was, like, very clearly good faith criticism as well. Yeah, there's look, when people criticize you, and it's, like, in front of an audience, it's, like, kind of spectacle, it's kind of, you know, it gets views and all this shit. It can be embarrassing, it can be nerve-wracking, it can be absolutely anxiety-inducing, all these things. But the most healthy way to engage with it in my head is to actually try and internalize it and see what you agree or disagree with. And there's usually if you try hard enough, there's almost always going to be some stuff you agree with in a critical, piece or video, right? So yeah, people who just completely write off all their haters, I understand why they would do it, but it's also like, okay, I mean, I doubt that they have zero worthwhile criticisms, right? And yeah, I don't know, I just take it as kind of a compliment. It's like, wow, this guy cares enough to try and hold me to a higher standard. Respect, But anyway, that's enough of me yapping. Let's see if, I don't know, what this conversation leads to. Probably not much more.
His channel before, because I know now it's only the two Mr. Beast
The only
videos.
videos on there are the Beast videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything before that he privated.
He probably did. He
Yeah,
probably
right.
did.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
You don't just come out with something like that.
Right.
You're trying.
Well,
I
we
feel
could
like-
see on Social Blade if a bunch of views disappeared or something, right?
Yeah.
A bunch, probably like
Yeah, you will.
200. You mean all of his old
Well,
videos?
Chat says Gokanaru walked so Doolittle could limp.
That's f***ing hilarious. Yeah, well, DogPack, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm the walker out here, dude. Let's give him walker.
Yeah, that's true.
This hero who, whenever he can, mentions that he didn't make these slanderous videos with any personal gain in mind.
That's like the whole point of this is the video's not mine.
Everybody talk to this jackass. Ludwig.
This YouTube account was created in June of this year, so I think this channel was created
Okay.
just for this.
Okay.
He may have had other channels before or something.
I honestly cannot believe that a fresh channel was able to get 15 million views. It really breaks my brain for so many reasons that I don't even want to get into necessarily, but one of the big ones being it contradicts an intuition, a near certainty that I have in my mind, which is that in order to get on the homepage of YouTube, in order to have something proliferate to the extent, especially a commentary video, in order to get it to proliferate to the point where over 10 million people are listening to a commentary video, do you understand how sincere of an impact that can have on a kind of a cultural level or whatever you would say? Like 10 million people listening to an hour of your fucking opinions? That's power, okay? But the idea that a total actual unironic random can get 15 million fucking views on their first video, it totally defies what I thought was possible. And of course the spectacle helps, but I also thought that there would just be a hard block effectively on YouTube to having complete unknowns get that level of proliferation. But obviously I have a lot more to learn.
I wonder if any of these interviewers were pushing back at all or just a total glaze fest. I see a comment in Ludwig's chest. This guy's not worth the attention. This guy's actually mad annoying.
I mean, that's
Monetized, it's on a new account.
kind of the same attitude. That's kind of how we approach it. Because we reported on it. We can't,
I was like, I don't want to go against this because I don't want any trouble right now. It's not worth it.
I felt this tension as well a little bit. I had a lot that I disagreed with DogPack on. I did voice the disagreements, but I put it in a very friendly way, I guess, or at least in a way where it's like, Mr. DogPack, hit me up, bro, But I was so kind of uncertain about my coverage of this that I just decided not to post Clips channel videos about this entire thing, even though I covered it on stream and I had some opinions. I just didn't feel like I had enough opinions to fully commit to being a little bit antagonistic to DogPack, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. Take that for what you will.
It's not worth it for me.
Sure.
I'm gonna say what
kinda wish-
happened. I'm gonna move on. I don't
Yeah.
want to I'm dealing with enough shit on my hands.
yeah, right.
The last thing I need is all these beast heads.
The beast heads, bro.
The Beast
Or
Head.
no, it wasn't the beast heads. It was the anti-beast heads.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they were.
Dude, okay, so, oh my god. That is, so from what I'm aware, okay, they have a mechanism, the crew, the H3 crew, they have a mechanism that they press a button when H3 says something liability, you know what I mean? Like when he says something that's kind of a spicy take that can put them over. And so whatever he was about to say about the beast heads, looks like the crew stepped in and pulled the trigger. It's pretty funny. But yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm pretty sure that's the extent of my mention there. Just a fleeting moment in time. Okay. But yeah, I have had temptation to talk about H3H3 again in recent times, specifically in relation to the whole Twitch ad boycott campaign, or whatever you would say. And I think this is a temptation that I am going to indulge. So I don't know how that'll fare for the vibe between myself, H3 or whatever. But yeah, I would like to think that my intention in bringing up, the whole Twitch ad boycott thing is not just to drum up old drama. Believe me, I would much rather never talk about H3 again, but H3 is still very relevant, and I do think I could provide some unique perspectives on his recent behavior as far as that's concerned, okay? So, we shall see what the future holds, but yeah, thank you guys for joining me here tonight. Anyways, only Ethan and Steven Crowder have this button. That's funny. Didn't know that. It would be really interesting if you guys could do a segment together, like an interview or call or something. I think for that to happen, I would need to become more relevant, if that makes sense. Although, to my credit, the H3 podcast episode where they react to the death of H3H3, it is one of the most viewed podcast episodes of that era, okay? That's all I know. I think it got like 2.8 million views for a 3-hour-long podcast. That's a juicer, okay? Keep in mind that's a lot more views than the original video, okay? The original video capped at about 1.4 million, maybe almost 1.5 million views, all right? Before it was deleted, of course, as we all know. So yeah, I think they would take a call from you. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Daisy sent me something that's pretty... I guess so, yeah. Okay, so sorry, I wasn't reacting to that Ethan clip in the context of, like, arguing against him, really. I'm not really interested. Like, whatever. Like, I understand. Okay, his remarks are snide, all right? He makes little snide remarks. At the end of the day, I think he makes snide remarks because he understands that, yeah, I humbled this to an extent. You know what I mean? Like, that time period, as he has said numerous times, as he has made clear numerous times, it was difficult for him, okay? It was not just that my video was pure slander, that it was all bad faith. He does not believe that, okay? It is hard. It was hard at the very least back then. It does seem to still be hard to take criticism, okay? And so it was his first real time dealing with that. Now, he made, a comment about how my career was built off of his name or whatever. Okay. But yes, of course, the divine irony is, of course, that yes, H3H3 Productions, even his original channel, was created off the backs of individuals that he was making fun of, criticizing in a funny way, right? And nowadays, his podcast is basically covering current events on certain people. Not even as funny in a way, but yes, it is off the backs of others, whatever you'd say. Lecherous. It's all lecherous. I'm not here pointing, oh, your content's derivative. Fuck you. It's like, well, what value do you provide, right? And I guess, that would, I guess, be my response if you want me to be a little catty or whatever. But yeah, I don't think it's that deep. I don't really care. He can be a little bitter about the videos I made. Okay, I would understand why. I would understand why someone would be bitter. Because, yes, he got to a decent degree. But, yeah. Doesn't change the fact that those videos are imperfect, that I don't necessarily want them to define my, career. But, yeah, here's what it is. I want to see Goka X Ethan Besties timeline. Well, Mr. Ethan Klein, hit me up. I'm available. I'm sure I could provide some juicy content. You could frame it as the biggest hater calls in or some shit like that. But, yeah, in reality, I understand how it works. I gotta raise my fucking power levels, I gotta be worth talking to or whatever. And so, if that's not the case today, it will be another day. So yeah, if you saw H3H3 in real life, would you give him a big fat kiss? The biggest, fattest, wettest kiss imaginable. Hell yeah. Bro, that's a fire ass shirt. Hey, thank you, man. You can buy this shirt only at gokamerch.com. That was a lie. I bought this at Goodwill. Tough, but thank you.